Hey guys, welcome to the MC Anime Podcast. We cover anime, geek culture, Japanese aesthetics, and Asian studies. We are a multi-fandom podcast, and you can expect to hear topics in your favorite hobby or fandom activity potentially. You can find MC Anime on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Also, please check out mcanimepodcast.com, our website. Furthermore, stay tuned in for another episode.
Hey guys, another episode of MC Anime Podcast here, MC, and we have a special guest with us today. Please introduce you and who you are and what you do.
Hey, I'm Jacob, and I'm an artist, and I go by Jake Set Radio.
So, a little about what we're going to do. This is going to be Jake Set Radio and anime art. This is going to be the topic. Met him at Nightmare Weekend in Richmond, Virginia, 2023 and October 13th. So, sky's the limits on this day.
Yeah, man, Friday the 13th. Lucky day.
So, what brings you here to Nightmare Weekend? Let's start there.
I'm at Nightmare Weekend because I'm vending here. So I'm an artist, and I wanted to sell my art to people. And I have a few horror-themed pieces, so I thought my stuff would fit in here.
And does it do it?
I think so. I mean, some people have stopped by. There are a lot like darker artists here. So that's pretty I'm a little...
So you're tame, basically.
I think so. I wouldn't say tame. It's just a different style. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So how do you explain your style?
Specifically, food. Okay, I would say maybe how would I explain it? I don't know. I would describe my art as a silky smooth cream cheese bagel, but rough around the edges. That's it. It feels good going down, but it's a little sharp.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what's the elephant in the room? Jake Set Radio. Why is it a deceiving name?
Oh, so Jake Set... Well, there's a game that I really like to play on Dreamcast. I'm 33, so I'm pretty old, and I like old shit. So 1999 Dreamcast, I used to play this game called Jet Set Radio, and I loved it so much, so I just put my name into it. I thought it sounded cool.
So you put your name, Jake, and then Set Radio, and put it together?
Yeah.
And what inspired that necessarily?
It's a cool game, dude. You should check it out. Pretty tight game. It's on Dream.
He's set in his ways because he's so old. But let's get into the topic at hand. Anime art. What specifically about anime art that you have been inspired by?
So I take a lot of inspiration from old anime. I used to watch a lot of anime from the 2000s and the 90s and stuff. So I really like old Gainax, the studios, things like Gurren Lagann or FLCL, those kind of old classics. But I really like the way they pushed animation and angles, and it was such an inspiration to my work that I sell my art based on that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with your anime art, where did you start drawing in that style?
Oh, I guess after I graduated college. So I've been drawing since I was a kid. My brother was a big inspiration, but after college, I'm a drawing major I have a Bachelor of Arts with a concentration in drawing. So after that, you got to learn the basics of art before you can break the rules of it. A lot of people want to just draw in a style right when they start drawing. So I felt like I needed to learn everything I could about art, and then I could apply it through finding my way through the basics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So after you broke the style, what specifically about anime made it appealing to break that style?
So it's such a cool thing, and it was always so hard to come by when I was a kid. So I'm a little older, of course. This was not a popular thing. You maybe catch it on maybe Fox Kids with some weird show like Mongolian Night, some weird obscure thing. And on UPN 20, they had Dragon Ball at 6 a.m. on Sundays. So that's it, man. And any anime related thing was in Japanese that you got at the store, so you couldn't even understand it. But it was such an enticing medium that, and something that wasn't always within grasp, that it just drove me crazy.
I want to guess, this obscurity to get the anime you want was the fan dubs.
Yes. Yeah. You mean you have to, man. And then YouTube emerged, right? And you can watch anime on YouTube that was never available in America.
Oh, okay.
And so it really inspired me to put this in people's faces. I want to put out things that are cool, and I want to put out anime that people have never seen. So I do a lot of obscure things. So that's what basically drives from anime to my art.
Gotcha.
Kind of related.
What anime inspires you the most to draw?
Oh, the what? So there's this weird anime called Ping Pong the Animation.
Why are you watching that old one?
It's a great one, dude.
I know it's one of the good sports ones, but like ping pong of all things, I didn't think you have great inspiration.
Yeah, so when I saw that, I was enthralled with it. It's such an obscure, weird-looking show. It wasn't really your traditional anime. It didn't look like, I don't know. It didn't look like Haruhi. It didn't look like Dragon Ball. It looked insane. And it was drawn it would go into this weird, scratchy line, black and white thing. It looked like a manga in most points. So it drove me to find who that artist was, who made it. His name's Taiyo Matsumoto. Was my favorite manga artist, and he did the ping pong manga, as well as he's done a bunch of them. There's one called Sunny, that's really good. But he has this weird. He trained with Idon. He trained in France, I think. He has a very French background. He's Japanese, but he has a French background in art through how he depicts anatomy.
Oh, right.
And so that looks a little different than your normal anime. Gotcha. You've seen it.
Oh yeah, I love ping pong.
I love that. And things like I mentioned earlier, old Gynax stuff. The fully this movie called Dead Leaves.
Mm-hmm. Oh, how about that one?
Yeah, it's really cool. Check out Dead Leaves. It's dope. It's like 40 minutes. It's really off the wall, but the animations hold amazing, dude. Something like okay, dude. I like Redline. No, but I've seen that.
So once you got to the ability to draw anime art, when do you start selling it as Jake Set Radio?
So actually this year, I'm a late bloomer, I guess. So I quit my job. I used to have a 40-hour week, I was a manager at like a hardware store. And my wife supported me in helping me quit my job and to do this and like sell my art as Jake Set Radio. Yeah, man.
Okay. So your girlfriend pushed you to do this. You didn't have this idea.
No. This was always my idea.
It was always your idea, but you got pushed in doing it.
I never knew how to monetize being an artist, especially when I was in school. I was like, how would I ever get into a museum and sell my art for thousands of dollars, But that's not realistic. So once I moved to Richmond like 7 years ago, I was always going to cons. I was always going to markets and festivals, and I'd see people selling their art there. So I was like, whoa, I can do this. My art is marketable, at least a little bit, because it's anime inspired.
All right. What's your favorite anime character to draw?
Man, great question. Holy Christ. I really like drawing. Oh, shoot. I really like drawing, what's his name? The Saiyan Saga, specifically, Vegeta. I doodle him all the time.
Saiyan Saga Vegeta.
Yeah.
Why?
I liked his design when he first appeared in Dragon Ball, but it was still reminiscent of the old show. So he had like this really skinny neck, and he had this really like big head, and his proportions were all stout. He wasn't overly muscular like the later Dragon Ball movies. So I really liked Saiyan Saga Vegeta. I like the way he looks. I like how his mouth was drawn all big and stuff when he was angry. It's such an iconic look.
Oh, okay. If you were to say 3 anime were like an inspiration in drawing, which 3 would you combine and why?
Sure, yeah.
And would you have 3 different drawing styles and you combine them in one style?
I can see where I definitely, I guess, because I draw a lot from my background. I did a lot of figure drawing in college.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mentioned Taiyo Matsumoto. He's a manga. Yeah. I love that guy. Awesome, dude. Takehiko Inoue. He does Vagabond and Slam Dunk.
Yep. Slam Dunk's great.
Yeah. I watch Slam Dunk.
What is with you in sports anime?
I love sports anime.
Man, you're all geeking over here.
Yeah, I didn't even notice. And I guess if I had to say, he's not really like a manga artist. Maybe Hewlett. He does Tank Girl. If you've ever heard of Tank Girl?
No, I haven't.
You know the band Gorillaz?
No, I don't know the band Gorillas.
Okay, well, he draws all the gorillas are a bunch of characters. They're not, I don't see the people who do it.
Okay.
Cool and crazy. Jamie Hewlett, check out Tank Girl, man. You'd really like it.
Tank Girl, okay. Is it Tent or Tank?
Like a
Tank Girl, okay. Oh, okay. Is that fairly new?
No, it's old. It's from the,
Of course.
Yeah.
I see. So, if you would recommend to someone in drawing specifically, what style do you feel like is the most fresh to draw from?
Which style?
Yes.
Oh,
Just in general. Realistic, minimalism, expressive, portrait.
I would say drawing from life. So observational drawing is a very important thing that all artists need to understand. Yeah, I think you can't just emulate an artist that you see. Oh, there's no rules to this. You can do whatever you want. But I think it would benefit a lot of artists out there to draw from life, to draw what you see, to translate what you see. Not taking a photo and then looking at the photo and then...
Well, that's the reference drawing, yeah.
Right. You want to use real life. And I know people think still life, if you've ever taken an art class, still life is boring, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it teaches you foundations of light and shadow and depth. And I think that can help you understand how to construct a face anatomically, how eyes have depth, eyes sink into a head, lips protrude, so does the nose, if light is hitting a certain area. So I think the most important thing before you even think about developing a style is to get foundations down. That's it. And so I think foundations are important, especially in art. But there is a big trend in people who look at Instagram artists and then just kind of draw kind of like that. Or look at comic books and then kind of draw kind of like that. And which is nothing wrong. There isn't anything wrong with that, but it would benefit all artists to draw from life. That's my
okay. So if you draw from life, what is the best way to have the observation to draw in that setting in real time?
Everything. So there is not a time, there is not a place. You can set up a still life, like the bowl of fruit, whatever, lamp, and really look at how light hits that. That's boring, but yes, bring a sketchbook with you on the bus, bring a sketch with you to lunch, draw what you see. Bring a sketchbook with you, and instead of scrolling on your phone for TikTok for 15 minutes, draw the thing that's right in front of you,
Okay. So for inspiration, how do you find that specifically?
I think you have to find inspiration in what you like, right? Like, don't go looking for it. Don't try to make one up for yourself. Inspiration can come at any time. It can be the weather. It could be a lightning strike. It could be the shoes that you draw. For some reason, I've worn Converse shoes and Doc Martens my entire adult life, and I can draw those the best. They just somehow appear in my art all the time because I have them, because I see them. Do you see what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. If someone were to commission you right now to draw any story you wanted, you have free reign. What will you draw?
Any existing story?
Any story that you can create original story.
Oh, dude, I have an original story, and if someone helped me with it, I would totally do it. It's called Death Pitch. It's a baseball anime. And it's this manga where the MLB decides to put a new team into the MLB, and they said anyone can apply, right? But in the wording of the document, it said anyone universally can. So demons apply, and they slaughter all the players. And the manga is about the last game against the demons. So humans have to put together a team to be good enough to beat humans. So there's a priest that goes up first. He's actually the Pope. He's Mexican, and he has a bat made from the fucking burning bush. It's sick, bro. It would be so awesome. I have sketches of it. I just need a storyboard artist.
So you are not at that point to be storyboard?
No, I'm really bad at creating narratives like that. I can have points, but I'm really just a character artist, So it's hard for me to create a story. I can draw anything. So I'm working on a book with my wife. She can just draw the comic just in stick figures, and I can work with that. That's it. That's all I need. Someone to lay it out for me.
Okay, so why not have a frame by frame, one shot with stick figures, and then figure it out as an example for someone to emulate?
I work better with I'm not a story. I don't make stories. I'm not one of those guys. So if I could type it out and someone could storyboard it for me and then I draw from that, that's what I need. Tite Kubo, no, The guy that draws, what is fucking Death Note? The guy that draws Death Note, he's just the artist. The person he's with writes. So they're a team. They're both together. He wrote that manga, Bakuman. Have you ever read that?
Yeah.
It's about the two guys that make a manga. One's an artist, one's a storyboard.
Oh,
That's what I need, bro. That's what I need.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. And do you see any other way to do that without storyboarding?
So I'm a traditionalist, right?
Why not a graphic novel?
That's exactly what I need. That's really what I want to do. But it'd be dope to get serialized in a Japanese magazine because they have
Okay.
stuff like that, and I think it would kill because Japan loves space.
Okay. So, in your personal field, where's a funny story that someone came to you when it came to anime drawing?
I had a commission one time, and it was like a couple years ago, maybe 2018 or 2019. Chicago froze over. There was this huge snowstorm, and Chicago was under like 10 inches of ice. Everyone's power was out. But one guy from there commissioned me a drawing of him with like other Yu Yu Hakusho characters. Have you ever heard of that anime?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hakusho.
Yeah. Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yep.
So I did the drawing, and I'm like, hey man, here's the drawing. Where's the money? And he totally ghosted me. And I have this drawing of some dude with Yu Yu Hakusho characters in my computer, but I never got money for it or anything. He just totally ghosted. So
That guy, crazy.
yeah, if that guy's listening, hey man, I have your drawing.
Did you sell it?
No, you didn't pay for it.
Well, why can't you sell it?
Some guy. Who is it? Like, no one's gonna know who that guy is.
Who cares? You just sell it and say, here, I'm pulling this off for this much. You want to buy it? Let me know.
Oh, maybe. We'll see.
Well, yeah, get something for it.
Maybe I'll make it into stickers. That's like a good thing.
Stickers?
Yeah. It's already done. It's just sitting there.
Oh, you're going to like put stickers on and do all that?
It's okay. I've done thousands. There's a ton of art that I've done that no one's ever seen, of course.
Of course they haven't seen it.
I don't put out every piece of art I've ever made.
Well, how about this? Do you have an online catalog where they can find you?
Yeah, they can find me at jakesetradio.love. That's my website.
Why .love of all things?
Love is it. Love makes the world go round, bro.
Just like how love, when you're passionate with anime drawing, comes around, huh?
Yes.
All right. Well, Jake's not all set in his ways. He's not based on radio, so don't get that confused. And for further assistance, where they can follow you to have more information like social media.
Yeah, I said my website, jakesetradio.love. I'm jakesetradio on Instagram. And I think that's it, right? And I actually do a lot of environmentalist work. I have a YouTube channel and Instagram, A Better Impact. All one. That's so Jake Set Radio.
All right, guys. Well, that concludes Jake Set Radio and anime drawing. I hope this gives a little brief shot of Jake Set Radio, and his anime drawing career. If you want to do any anime art or anything like that, draws your heart's content, get some practice, hone your skills, and then maybe one day you'll be at a vendor hall just like he is at a convention selling your art in a place where other people are selling it as well. All right, guys, that concludes this podcast. See you later. MC over and out.
This concludes another episode of MC Anime Podcast. MC Anime Podcast is available on podcast directories like Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. We also have our website at mcanimepodcast.com. If you want to directly support us, then follow Patreon blog MC Anime. Finally, if you want services for hire, then we're available on Fiverr for audio and video production, graphic design, idea consulting, and blog and article writing.